Okay, this is third video in a row. This is another response. This one is a video, is a response to a video, to a response that Peter at Music is a Journey did a couple of days ago. He was doing this response from another guy. I can't remember it right now, but I'm going to put the original video in the description. Is to talk about or show about 7 records from a year that you got back then, and 7 records from that same year that you got lately. Of course, he was the original video, I think it was about 1987, so it was very tempting to do about that year, because I have many things and lots of things that I have added from that year in recent times. But I'm going to pick up another year, because I don't want you to see the same things over and over and again, and talk about some of the things that I got from back then. I'm going to talk about 1988, another really great and awesome year in heavy metal, hard rock music, and all the good stuff. The things that you're going to see here are the usual things, but back then these were the stuff that I was listening and discovering, and think about, wow, this is great stuff. I need to get more about these bands and search their catalog. So without further ado, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, 7. This one, let me start with this. Yes, of course, this one has to be here. This is Maiden, Seventh Son of the Seventh Son. This one was the first CD I ever bought from Maiden. Of course, I didn't buy it in 1988. We only well, me and my brother only got a CD player around 1990, 1991. So this one was the first Maiden CD I bought. Then I got the other things that were released on those days, like No Pray for the Dying and all the stuff. But this was the first Maiden CD I bought, and I listened to this on a regular basis, day after day after day, and I still love it very, very much. Another one, of course, Megadeth. Sorry about the glare, fucking glare. So far so good, so what? Not one of the best Megadeth things from the 80s. You can make a case that I don't know why they have to choose to pick those covers. They don't seem to fit with the flow, with the other songs they have in this album, in the previous one. I don't know why. This is a good one, but those covers they have, I think they bring it a notch down if you put it, if you start to analyze the quality of the songs. So there it goes. What do we have here? Yes, Judas Priest and Ram It Down. This is their remaster reissues they did a couple of years ago. I bought this one. I have of course a tough cassette of this one, but it was a really good return to form to Priest after the not very metal, very synth oriented Turbo album they had a couple of years ago. This one is good. It's not great as their more classic stuff. Of course, we all hated the Johnny B. Good cover. I'm not talking about covers. That's really another good one. But the artwork is really awesome. This is Priest trying to be heavier, but in some cases, some of the songs are not well structured. They don't sound well, but still a good one from the mighty Priest. Of course, Metallica's I don't know, progressive, most progressive album with, with more long and intricate songs and bass issue. This is, of course, the first full-length album with Jason Newsted. This is a really old CD I got, and even I think I have here. Wait a minute. Yes, I still have here the cassette from back in the day. This one was the first thing we got. Then I got the cassette. Sorry, then I got the CD. A very very basic J card. I think this one is still plays well. I have not put this one in the cassette deck many years. This is a Chilean pressing, yes. On the, I don't know, it's on the Vertigo label. I don't know if that's correct, but I don't know. Then we have 3 more. Queensrÿche and Operation Mindcrime. This one was a really cool discovery back then. I also have the cassette of this one. Let's see if it is over here. Yes, there it is. Sorry. This is Living Color and Vivid. Great stuff from the African American band, as you say over there. We say another way, but there it goes. And the last one. This is a person that has 2 of the biggest albums. This is Halloween and Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 2. There's Part 1. There is Part. Sorry. Comes in these 5 cases. There is. Oh, sorry. It's upside down. I have told the story many times. One of my local radios, for some reason, that radio was a pop-oriented one, but for some reason they have a really cool show Sunday in the afternoon when they play new albums from heavy metal bands, and one day they played Keepers 1. And the next year they play Keepers 2, so it was really cool and an easy way to discover and learn about new bands. So those are the things I have back then from '87, and these are the things that I bought lately and that are also from '87. And one was a really from '88, sorry. And it was one is a really surprised because I wasn't aware this band started so early. Going to show it lately, but of course here we have Rat, Reach for the Sky. Of course, the mighty Slayer with South of Heaven. There it goes. Overkill with Under the Influence. Great stuff. One of the biggest albums from that year. This is Bon Jovi and New Jersey. I was a big fan of Bon Jovi back then, but nowadays I have to I appreciated those albums from the '80s up to I think New Jersey. Everything after that, I don't think it's worth getting into a collection. This one was an awesome discovery. Also, Riot with Thundersteel. Great stuff. The late Mark Reale we have here. One of the biggest bands in music history, of course, Pink Floyd and Delicate Sound of Thunder with another very hypnosis artwork. This one are the reissues, the remastered reissues from a couple of years ago. And finally, the last one was kind of a surprise because I wasn't aware this band started so early. But if you think about it, yes, that's of course that's correct. That's Apocalyptica and Inquisition Symphony. This is their second album for '88. Of course, I'm talking about '88, and you have to remember they had a previous one that it was a really cool surprise because I haven't heard anything for plays for Metallica by four cellos or four cellos play Metallica, something like that. It was a really cool thing hearing classic instruments playing heavy metal songs from back then. It was playing a lot of Metallica albums, and this one it was also a really cool one because we have a couple of new things, original things from the quartet, but we also have some really great stuff from Pantera, Sepultura, Metallica, even some Faith No More here. So that's another one from '88, and it was back then I had no idea they existed in that year, so it was really cool to find out they did. So that's it. That's my response to Peter's response to another video. Of course, I'm going to put the links to both channels so you can check Peter's and the original one, and maybe do a response to this really cool third challenge or whatever. You can add the name you wanted. This is Christian down here in Santiago, Chile, saying goodbye till next time.